What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Salute to everybody that's in the building right now. Shout out to all of the visionaries, man. I appreciate all the love and the support. We're back with another great show right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And of course, I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. And if you are in the building, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that like button, fam. We're going to get into it today. Today, we are going to get into it. Make sure y'all hit that like button and make sure y'all share today's show. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share today's show. I appreciate everybody that's in the building. Shout out to everyone that's here. Shout out to everyone that's here. Shout out to Just Ask Shaw in the building. Shout out to you, love. I appreciate your love and your support. Shout out to Isakuma in the building. He said, when you get deep into business, you better learn how to attract friends without all the extra. Shout out to Isakuma, man. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it, man. Shout out to Sir O in the building. Shout out. Salute to my man, Bob. Shout out to Bob, man. Good to see you. Shout out to Miss Letitia in the building. Shout out to you, Miss Letitia. Mrs. KP Bailey in the building. Good to see you, Miss KP. Shout out to Larry Vaughn in the building. Salute, 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 my brother. Shout out to Lovely Peace. Good to see you, and much love to you. Much love to you. Salute to my brother Shango Zulu in the building. Shout out to Miss Garnetta Brown in the building. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling much better. Shout out to Marcus Wembley. What's good? What's good, man? Good to see you, bro. Shout out to Ebo in the building. Salute. Shout out to Self-Improvement Channel. Shout out to Self-Improvement Channel, man. Shout out to Matt. What's good, Matt? Yeah, I'm feeling much better. You know, still a little, nasal congestion, but it's definitely clearing up. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. But it's great to see y'all. And y'all see today's title. Y'all see today's title. This is what happens when men get bad dating advice. Now, the reason why I've been speaking about relationships lately, of course, because the men, said that they wanted me to speak about a lot of things from my perspective. They would like to hear my perspective on things. And my thing is to always be as transparent as possible with the brothers when disseminating information. My thing is not to sell you guys on something that's something you gotta reach toward, and I'm not with that. I'm not with selling dreams. That's not what I'm here to do. And I realize that a lot of brothers have not only been lied to and misled and misguided in real life, but they've come to the internet and they've experienced this here online. And now there's a lot of guys who would like help, but they don't know where to go, because a lot of these guys don't even trust men online anymore. I understand this, and some guys even hit me up and they expressed this to me, that they don't know what guys to listen to, because they need the help, but they don't want to be taken advantage of. They don't want to be misguided and misled into a place where they don't want to be. And I totally get it. I totally understand it. Shout out to my man 1G. And this is why when I speak on relationships, I'm not going in the direction that these dating coaches are going. One, because I'm not a dating coach. And for two, what I want brothers to do is I want brothers to just begin to trust themselves again. You see, that's my whole thing. My whole thing is, men getting back in touch with themselves. See, because once we do that as men, a lot of other stuff will fall in place. If certain things we rectify within ourselves as men, in a lot of other areas, things will clear itself up over time. Because a lot of the issues that we having that we think are female issues are not female issues. And y'all may have heard this from dating coaches, and that's true. A lot of these issues that men are having are not female issues. It's an issue that we have within ourselves. It's not that you have an issue with women. You see, this is what I want you guys to understand. A lot of you guys just dump everything off into, oh, I just have a problem with women. I'm not good with women. And it's not that. And I know you may have went to these other weirdos, and they may have just told you that and just wrote you off as not being good with women. I know a lot of you guys have received a lot of bad dating advice. You see? And that can be confusing. I get it. But I need y'all to understand that when y'all hear DS1 speak on relationships and stuff like that, it is for me to debunk a lot of the BS that you guys hear around here. Because at the end of the day, you cannot date a woman from your computer. Let me repeat that. You cannot properly date a woman from your computer. You have to meet women. You have to go out and meet women. A lot of these guys talk about dating apps and all of that shit. Okay, that's cool. That's cool because that's what technology has given us easy access, but technology sometimes make us lazy in certain areas. And my advice to dudes, and I'm not a dating coach, but I'm saying for the best interest of you as a man is go out and meet women in person. Even if y'all initially meet online, at some point you got to go and meet her. Don't keep all y'all interactions online. You have to go and see this person. You got to meet them, because at the end of the day, what I want you brothers to understand is you have to go out and you have to live life. You can't let life live you. You got to go out and you got to experience things. That's what you have to do. A lot of you guys, y'all are looking for shortcuts. Y'all are looking for ways to dip and hide and get around certain things. And that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And today we're going to talk about one of these things. One of these fallacies that you hear a lot of these dating coaches tell guys. And I know it's bullshit. And I'm going to show y'all why it's bullshit and why y'all should not fall into that stuff. And today we're going to talk about having female friends. I spoke about this on yesterday's show, but a lot of guys have been taught by a lot of these, online, these online dating coaches that men shouldn't have female friends, or you being a female friend is lame, is corny. That means you're in the friend zone. This is what they tell you. And I hear a lot of you guys, y'all like to repeat this stuff. Time and time again, y'all like to repeat this stuff as if it's true. This is why I asked the question, can you have attractive female friends? 78% of y'all say yes. 16% says no. And 6% says no, I gotta smash them. I have to. And for some of you guys, I get it. But the reason why I asked that is because a lot of these dating coaches always try to stress to guys that you don't want to be in the friend zone. You don't want to be in the friend zone. See, let me explain something to you guys. Let me explain something to you guys. You got to understand what these dating coaches are here for. You got to understand what they're here for. And if any trolling is going on in the chat, just get rid of the trolls. Any trolling going on. But let me explain something to y'all. A dating coach is here to sell you a service. And what dating coaches sell men, male dating coaches, what they sell you is they sell you methods and ways that can grant you a high probability of getting sex from multiple women or getting sex whenever you want. Understand this. Understand this, fellas. I need y'all to really understand that that's what these dating coaches are here for. So to you brothers who are here and you're looking to get into a relationship and you guys know who y'all are, going to a dating coach is not going to help you, because dating coaches teach you how to have the best chances for you to get some sex, not find a proper mate. That's not what they're showing you. That's not what they're teaching you. That's not what they're here to teach you. Understand this. They're here to show you how to properly go on a date, how to show up, how to speak, how to present yourself so you can get some sex at the end of the night. So you can get some sex during the date, after the date, before the date. But this is what this is about. And see, a lot of you guys, y'all go to the dating coach to get information, and you're going there on a false pretense that they're going to teach you how to be in a relationship. They're not there to teach you that. They're there to teach you how to deal with women on a sexual level. That's why it's called a dating coach. They're dating coaches. You see? That's why when a lot of you guys call into these dating coaches shows and you start trying to explain yourself, the first thing they do is they cut you off and they ask you this question: are you trying to have sex with her? That's the first thing they ask you. You see? The reason why that they do this to you guys is because they're not into that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that because that's not their job. See, it's your job to learn how to be in a relationship. See, no other man could teach you how to be in a relationship because he hasn't been with every woman. You see? That's why they call themselves dating coaches. Stop going to dating coaches for relationship advice. The majority of you guys on here are looking to be in relationships. This is why I did yesterday's show about transparency and being honest with yourself. If you're not here, if you are here and you want a wife, you looking for a woman, then you shouldn't be talking to no dating coach because they're not going to teach you that. You see, this is why they tell you, oh, you can't have female friends. If you have a female as a friend, then that means she doesn't like you like that. You know, you can't have sex with her and things of that nature. Why do you think you hear these things? From dating coaches. Because they're not here to teach you how to be in a relationship. You see? A lot of these guys, they'll tell you, don't be a female's friend. Don't be a female's friend. But let me ask you something. All of these men who get up here and tell you they know about female nature, they understand female nature. They know what women do, they know what women like, they know how women, why women do this, why women like you. You hear all of this stuff, right? How do these men know this? How? How? You don't see what these guys don't want to tell you is they've had or they still have female friends. And these guys always tell on themselves because they'll turn around and tell you that game came from a woman. Now, how do they know that game came from a woman unless at one point or another they got the game from a woman? How do you get game from a woman? Or the guys who claim they have game and they got the game from a woman, right? That woman in some form or fashion, him and that woman had a friendship. She had a friend. They had a certain bond. You see? And this bond doesn't have to be, or 9 times out of 10, it's not sexual. It's not a sexual thing. You see? I'm here to tell y'all fellas today, man. It's nothing wrong with having female friends. And nowadays it's For us, for a certain type of guys, it's better to have more female friends anyway. Because a lot of these females are more on point when it comes to certain things. You see? But if the game came from a woman and these guys who are telling you that they're giving you game, how are they giving you game if they telling you, oh, don't be friends with no women? You see? See, it's a difference between having female friends versus being in the friend zone. You see? See, this is why a little earlier I explained to y'all the purpose of dating coaches, because they're telling you guys don't get in the friend zone, which is why you shouldn't have female friends, but it's not the same thing. See, being in a friend zone, fellas, is when you're trying to have sex with a chick and she's not turned on by you like that. See, that is what being in the friend zone is. That's when she tell you, oh, nah, it's not like that. You see? That's what being in the friend zone is. That's when you got a chick, y'all cool, she's attracted to you, you're attracted to her, but she's not really turned on by you like that. So she not gonna just because she may like you in a certain way or she may find you attractive, she just gonna sleep with you. Because she may not be turned on by you like that, but she still like you, she still want to be cool with you, she still a talk to you. That's being in the friend zone. That's being in the friend zone. That's different from having female friends. You see? See, because when you have female friends, you're the guy, right? Or you may be one of the guys. Shout out to my brother Po Boy Films in the building. Hey, what's up, Kari D? What happens is y'all hit the like button. What happens is when you're in the friend zone, as I said before, what you're trying to do is you're actually trying to date the woman. You're trying to have sex with her. You're trying to date her. You're really trying to have sex with her. That's really what it is. And she not trying to have sex with you like that. So, hey, we could be cool. That's the friend zone. Now, when you guys have female friends, you're the guy or one of the guys that can hang out with women, right? You're hanging out with a group of women or a woman or maybe two. And you get a chance to experience up close and personal how raw female nature can be. See, this is the great part about having female friends. That is how you learn female nature from a field perspective. And shout out to Uncle Rom. Rom don't consider himself a dating coach, but he always said this when he speaks on the sexual underworld and how he got introduced to it. He got introduced to the sexual underworld by one of his homegirls. It wasn't even from a chick he was dating. It was a chick he was just cool with, one of his homegirls. So if you really want to understand female nature unhinged, with no cap on it, it's best to have female friends. You see? And am I telling you go out there and find female friends? No. No. If you at a certain age, if you're at a certain age and you don't have female friends, I'm not telling you to go out there and get female friends. But what I'm explaining to you guys is I'm explaining to y'all the difference between things. So you brothers can stop running around here confused and running around here misinformed. Because what that is actually doing to you is it's hindering you from growth. You see, that's why I come and dispel a lot of these misconceptions, because I don't want you guys' growth to be hindered because you're running around confused. And see, what happens is y'all go from this person to that person to get information from here, then you go over there, then you go over there, then you go over there, and then you don't know who to trust. You don't know what's going to work. You see? This is why I'm here to debunk a lot of this shit that you hear about relationships and all of this dating stuff. It is healthy to have female friends. It's healthy to have female friends. You see? It's healthy. A lot of us, especially us brothers, we grow up and a lot of us have bad relationships with our parents, especially our moms. A lot of us have bad relationships with our mothers. We can't communicate with her. Right? So it's good to have female friends so you can have a woman to talk to. So she can know what you're going through and she could be able to help you through this. This is not weak, fellas. You see? This is you having a woman in your life that's an asset to you. Because that is what a woman is supposed to be in your life, on whatever level she's on in your life, whether she's your significant other, whether she's your home girl, whether she's a business partner, or whether she's just an associate. She shouldn't have no access to you in no form or fashion if she's not a benefit to you, even if she doesn't even have anything good to say to you or about you. So it's nothing wrong with having female friends. It's a healthy thing. It's a healthy thing. You see it go on in other communities. You always see the white boy, he got a home girl. He always got a little white girl that's his friend. Who people may think they date or they've had sex before. You see this in movies, you see it in daytime TV shows. With other groups of men, they always depict the relationship between the man and the woman in a healthy way. They always depict us brothers with our women in a negative light. They always show the breakdown in the communication, the lack of empathy for one another. They don't show that with other groups of men and their women. They show these young guys communicating effectively with the girls. The girls being of assistance to them. Oh, you're going through some things with your mom? Well, how about you set up a meeting and I'll come to dinner and maybe I'll talk to your mom because you need help. You see this. I'll try to help you. You see? But see, this doesn't happen with us and our women because we've never developed a relationship. Because growing up, we was taught all we supposed to do is fuck our women. That's all we were taught. All we supposed to do is fuck. We not supposed to befriend our women. We not supposed to sit down and get, if we get too personal with this woman, we supposed to fuck her. She can't just be my friend. Me and her just can't be intimate on that level without being sexual. You can't do that, right? But then you dudes claim, how you know female nature if all you do is fuck women? Let me repeat that. How do you claim you know female nature if all you do is fuck women? When have you ever had time to learn? See, so don't believe these guys that tell you they know female nature. Because all they doing is fucking. They're not actually having the relationship. You see? Having female friends can also help you in how you communicate with your woman. You see? Because at the end of the day, guess what? She's still a woman. Just like your homegirls. You see? When you have female friends, you learn the level of crazy shit that a woman will say out her mouth. You know, the shit that y'all like to come on YouTube and complain about. You see? See, I know how disrespectful they could get because I got homegirls like that who mouths are on 3 million. Y'all think these women around here is disrespectful? Oh my God. This is nothing. This is nothing. You see what I'm saying? And what that does is from a younger age, it can teach you how to deal with it in a proper way. Y'all give me a second. Okay, we back. We back. So like I was saying, that's what it can do. It can teach you how to deal with these things when you encounter them. Shout out to Amanda. She said, salute, Sheep. Keep spitting the truth. I appreciate you. Shout out to you, Amanda. Appreciate your support. Shout out to Heel Zen. Much love, family. Much love, cuzzo. You see? That's what it can do. It could teach you, you know what it does? It teaches you patience. When you got homegirls, especially when your homegirls is a little wild, it teaches you patience. It teaches you patience. It does. It does. And over time, you become better and better with how to communicate, how to give and take with a woman. Now, am I saying you're going to perfect this as a man, and you know you're never gonna get upset. And no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is men can benefit from having female friends. You can benefit from it. It's not always you can or you have to lay up with you have to lay up with this woman. Sometimes you get more out of certain women when you don't have sex with them. You get more out of them. You get more out of them. You get more cooperation. You get more loyalty. They be more of an assistance to you. Because some women, when you start having sex with them and they get used to that, they start getting lazy. They start getting lazy. They just want to get, you know, they just look to you for that now. Every time you around, that's what it is now. She don't want to do nothing. She don't really want to talk. The relationship is not how it used to be. It's just y'all just fucking. Y'all just fucking. There's no real communication. There's nothing being accomplished, nothing being built. There's no progress. Y'all just fucking. Now, how many of you guys that's listening in the chat room, how many of you guys have been in that situation? Y'all sound off in the chat room. How many of you guys have been in that situation? Facts. Facts, Larry Vaughn. Y'all sound off in the chat room. How many of you guys have been through that? How many? Shango Zulu says twice. And how does that how does that make you feel? You know? When when y'all just sitting around fucking but not getting nothing done. Sometimes that ruins the fabric of the relationship. Because if we just gonna fuck and not do nothing else, then why are we in a relationship? You see, why do you this is why you hear sometimes it's not good to fuck your friends, because then y'all are not friends anymore. Now y'all don't know how to be friends no more. Y'all don't know how to be friends. You don't look at her the same, she don't look at you the same. Now she looking at you as a dude she fucking. You not her homeboy that she could come to no more. Now when she come to you, she thinking you want some. So now the relationship is weird. And what usually happens is y'all end up throwing away everything. This is what usually happens. Cuzzo says, I had a child from doing that. It's a big setback, making yourself get to know someone after having a child. Man, that's powerful right there, man. That's powerful. And it is, man. It is. It is. Shout out to Charles Ramsey. That's why, man, it's good to just keep them as your friend, man. This is why you hear certain guys tell you you can't smash them all. You can't. No matter how good they look. No matter how good they look, man. because that shit turns into something that you never want in the end. And sometimes it's better for you to just have her as a friend, because you're learning so much about women. Having her as your friend, you're learning so much about women, and you're learning a lot about yourself and how you act around women. See, because a lot of you guys are uncomfortable around women. You know why? It's because you've never hung out with women. You see, you've never hung out with women. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. He says, I've had more than enough limited relationships to know how deep that vacuum feels. Come on, man. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Appreciate you, bro. A lot of you brothers are awkward around women. Y'all are not comfortable. Y'all get nervous. You know why? Because you've never hung out with women. You've never hung out with them. You've never hung out with them. Because you think when you see guys hanging out with women that they're just having sex with them. And that's not true. You got to know how to, the way you learn to be comfortable around women, you got to hang around them. And I'm not talking about dating. I mean, just go out and hang around women. If you're a single guy, start going out alone, going out to bars and just just talking to women. You see a group of women, go and talk and just hang out. Just try to enjoy their presence and let them enjoy yours. And pay attention to how you operate. Pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention if you feel nervous, if you feel jittery. Pay attention to these things. It's called field work. You know, not the kind of field work Minister Knapp, you know, the one that got knocked out on camera at the gas station, that's still trying to play tough on the internet. Minister Knapp. We're not talking about him and his field work where he go out in bars and get drunk and put the camera, you know, on on chipmunk built women, talking about he out here doing field work, hollering at these women. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about the fake field work Alpha Male Strategies was doing, where he had his girlfriend holding the camera while he was acting like he was getting ready to holler at women when all he was doing was walking past them. We're not talking about that. We're talking about you as a man, a single man, just going out and enjoying yourself. Going out and enjoying being around women. Don't go out with the intentions to try to take something home. Because see, when you do that, you're not going to freely just be who you are, because you're coming in there with an intention. You're coming in there with a excuse me, not an intention, but an expectation. Because you thinking, oh, if I come in here and I show up like this, I'm expecting to leave with something. Don't go in there with no expectations. Go in there with the direct intention just to enjoy yourself. Just to enjoy yourself. Just to enjoy yourself and to socialize with women. Am I telling you to go in there and buy all the women drinks? And no, 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 no. Don't go in there and try to be the star of the party. No. Because guys who do that too, they're trying to get some ass. I'm trying to get you guys to get comfortable with who you are. You see? Because what? Men know hide their flaws. We spoke about that. Make sure y'all go and check out yesterday's show. Men know hide their flaws. So the way that you get used to showing up as yourself, flaws and all, right, is you got to get used to just being around women. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan, for doubling up, man. He said it takes time to teach yourself to appreciate the difference between a mere fetish versus valued features. That adds depth to your life. Still learning. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And so am I. We're all still learning. We're all still learning. Appreciate you, my brother, as always. Yeah, Jack got knocked out at the gas station, Shango. Yeah, the video's out. Just type it in on YouTube. You'll see it. Got TKO'd. You see? So it's nothing wrong with having female friends, because you having female friends prepares you for dating. It prepares you and it helps you when you're in relationships. You see? Because your female friends accept you, flaws and all. See, because they're your friends, they're your homegirls. So what you could do around your homegirls is you can practice, not practice, but you can openly be yourself. And you can also practice little tactics on them because they're your friends. So you could practice saying some sexually depraved shit to them, because that's in your mind. These your homegirls. You could just say something crazy to them. They're your friends. Just to see their reaction. Just to see their reaction. You could do this type of stuff. Now, am I telling you to then turn around and do this to another female? No. I'm telling you, and I use that as an example, is because a lot of you guys are afraid to be transparent. You're afraid to say how you feel. And that's a problem. It's a problem. But you can do this when you have female friends. You see? You learn over time that, hey, women do like honesty. Women do like transparency. Women do like some crazy shit too. This is how you learn this stuff. So when you hear these guys saying, oh, women like this, women like that, women will do this, women will accept that, how the hell do you think they know? How do you think they know? Because what? A lot of them done have female friends. That's how they know. Because guess what? All the things that they talk about, you can't do it on every woman that you date. She's not going to show you all of those things that women do. Every woman is not going to do that, but you can see it from your female friends. You know that women lie. You know that women bring their representative and act according to what they think you like and what they think you want. They know that. And you would know that if you have female friends. See, because when you're dating a woman, you're not going to see that. You're going to think that she's just the woman for you. You don't know that a lot of times it's an act. Women bring their representative. You see? You're not going to know that. It's an act. But you'll know that if you have female friends, you'll be able to peep these things. Or you would just automatically understand that within the first 3 to 6 months, I am not dating the real her. Because I learned this from my homegirls. My homegirls sit around and tell me how she finessing this dude. This dude really like me. I don't really like him. I think he's cool though. Where do you think these guys get all of this information from? They get it from the women, preferably or usually from their female friends, they homegirls. Because you can always call up your homegirl and ask her some shit, and she'll be like, yo, I'm gonna be real with you. It's this. And if it's not that, it's this. You see? But you, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get that from your woman because she's your woman. And at the end of the day, she wants to remain your woman. She wants to remain in a certain light that she don't never want to get out of. You see? So if there's certain things that you don't understand, that's on you. It's on you to learn and to understand, because she's not going to tell you, because then you might not look at her the same. But if you come in the door understanding some of these things, or if you're willing to learn these things, when you see them, they won't even be a real problem for you because you'll know how to deal with it. You'll know how to handle it. You see? And a lot of you guys who haven't been in a relationship in a long time, or you've never been in a decent relationship, a lot of you guys come on here and you listen to these guys and you quickly say, oh, I'm not going to tolerate this. Oh, I don't want this. Oh, I don't want that. You don't know what you're going to tolerate. You don't know what you're going to tolerate because you haven't been through certain things. You haven't experienced it. You can't hear a guy's situation and then say, oh, you're not going to go through that. You don't know that because you don't know the signs. You don't know what to look for. You don't know what to look out for. But see, having female friends, you will know what to look out for. See, and notice I said female friends with an S. You should always have more than one. I would say, I would say at least 2 to 3, because each of those women are different archetypes. So they can give you, they're giving you the perspective of different types of women. So one day you might get in a relationship and she may act like your homegirl. She may say shit that your homegirl say. You know, she may be kind of crazy like your homegirl. So you know how to deal with it. You see? You can't know female nature until you experience it up close and personal as a man, not as a child. See, a lot of you guys get up here and say, oh, yeah, I know female nature. I know female. You know female nature as being a son with a mother. That's how you understand female nature. You understand nurturing, caring, that shit, because you got a mama and a grandmama who love you. You know, your grandmother used to bake you cookies and your mother used to give you warm milk before you went to bed. That's how you know female nature. We're not talking about that. We're talking about you understanding female nature as a man. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about you reminiscing on your aunt who always used to take you to the store and buy you cheese doodles, and she always was nice to you. No, no. And then y'all start telling these women they need to act like your auntie. No. You need to understand female nature from a man, from you interacting with them on that level, not you as a boy. You see? That's how you understand. So you can get offline complaining about how these women like to have sex with multiple men. Oh, she just want to have sex with all of these different guys. So y'all can stop getting up here trying to demonize female nature and make it seem like female nature is something evil. Fellas, you need to watch these women. You know, these women today. No, no. A lot of these guys are speaking about women from the perspective of being hurt. This is why they're preaching doom and gloom. This is why you got guys in the chat room telling you it's over, because his teacher, his master teacher, is a doom and gloom. He's a doom and gloomer because he really don't understand female nature, because he never hung around women like that. Never hung around women like that. You see? There's nothing wrong with having female friends. I advise guys, especially you younger guys, to get some female friends, man. Stop hanging around so much dudes. Especially a lot of dudes nowadays, because a lot of dudes nowadays are dumb. They don't know shit. They don't know shit. They don't want to know shit. A lot of them is just sitting around waiting for you to get some shit so they can find a way to snake you out. A lot of these women is all of these dudes. Let me let y'all know something too. Let me let y'all know something too. Something that these dudes don't be that these dudes don't tell you. But this is something I learned a long time ago. Having female friends. This is something a lot of these dudes don't tell you. A lot of your dudes that y'all like to call whatever, that's out in the streets doing their thing, getting to a bag. Who you think put them on? Who you think put them on? See, y'all don't know that. A lot of these dudes that's making their moves that they making and getting to a bag, doing what they doing, who you think put them on? Who do you think they connects are? Who do you think are the liaisons? Hmm? Who do you think is giving them the startup money? Hmm? Who you think is making the moves and delivering these packages for these clothing businesses and all of these things that these dudes are doing? Who do you think are the real estate agents that's selling the homes for the dude who owned the real estate company? A lot of these guys that you see get into a bag, they in business with women, black women. See, they don't talk about that. They don't want you to know about that. A lot of these dudes right here on YouTube that be up here flashing and talk about what they doing, they girl put them on. They woman kept them afloat. They woman even dressed them, tell them what to wear, tell them how to look, tell them what colors to wear. A lot of these dudes got female stylists. Show them what to wear. See, they don't tell you about that. but they'll come up here so they could get your money and teach you some bullshit. Oh, you better not make her your friend. You better not have no female friends. But who you think putting dudes on? Huh? Who you think is at the banks that's helping these dudes loan applications go through for businesses? They homegirls. They're homegirls. Who you think be babysitting their kids? They homegirls. Who you think co-signing for those whips that these niggas be flashing? Who you think co-signing for them whips? Don't let these dudes fool you, man. These dating coaches are here to sell you advice on how to get sex, not how to be in a relationship. You see? They can't make that much money doing that. See, if they sell you dating tips and the shit don't work, they know you'll come back and pay them more money for more tips. But see, if they was giving you relationship advice, it'll take you longer to come back. See, because the shit that they giving you for your relationship, you actually got to go and implement it into your relationship, and it's gonna take more time. See, being a dating coach is a hustle. It's a quick hustle because they're selling you dating tips, sex tips. It's like selling you samples of a drug. See, if those tips work for you, what you do, you come back for more, you pay for more. Those tips were good. If the sample wasn't good, if those tips didn't work, you come back again to get some more tips that you think will work. Or you go to another dating coach to sell you some tips to see if his tips work. So you become an addict. You get lost in this shit. And the reason why you men get lost is because you're not just looking for dating tips. You want to be in a relationship. You're not just trying to get no sex. You see? And this is why y'all need to stop going to the dating coaches. Because that's what they're giving you. They're not going to tell you how to keep a woman. They're going to tell you how to get one, how to have sex with her, and how to keep having sex with her. That's it. That's it. That's a good hustle. It makes good money. See? Shout out to Ty's Crazy-ish. She say a lot of times she is the face. She is the face and he is in the background. Exactly. Exactly. Shout out to Ty's Crazy-ish. Appreciate you, love. What you said, Oblivion? Oblivion says just got an interview thanks to a female friend. Come on, man. Come on, man. Shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. Peace to the God Kane in the building. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Wacky. There's nothing wrong with having female friends, fellas. If you really want to get to know female nature, get you some homegirls, man. Because see, they're gonna unleash, they can unleash around their homeboys. They can unleash. See, because you're not her man. See, a lot of women, they don't unleash their full female nature with their man. They don't do that. They'll do it with their homeboy. They'll show you just how raw they are. Do you know some of the shit I done heard around my homegirls? I'm talking about some shit. That's female nature. When you could just sit there and just chill and just listen and just listen. And you know what a lot of women gonna say? DS1, that's the women you hung out with. We're not all the same. And you know what I do? I look at them like this. Because you know what they'll turn around and say? Well, what she said was true, but nothing. But nothing. I know what they said is true. Because they're not gonna hide the truth from me. I'm their homeboy. We're not fucking. You see, we're not fucking. So she's not gonna hide the truth from me. See, a lot of chicks will lie to their man and their husband before they lie to their homeboy. Who you think be knowing that she fucking another dude? The homeboy know, not her man. Who you think know? Bro know. Bro, you know the dude that she called bro. He know. He know who she fucking. He know she cheating on that nigga at home. He know she tired of that nigga at home. But he don't know. But he do. Her husband don't know that she not turned on by him no more. He don't do it for her no more. But bro know. Bro know. So what is your job as being bro? To say, oh, a woman to get tired of you and you won't even know. You see what I'm saying, brothers? A chick will get tired of you and you won't even know. You won't even know. She won't even tell you. See that shit? See, that's I used to sit back like in amazement. Like, yo, do you know what I used to say this to my homegirls? Like, yo, you know what you just told me? Why would you tell me some shit like that? Why don't you go tell that nigga? I ain't telling that nigga that. I ain't telling him that. I ain't telling that nigga that. That nigga pay all the bills and he needs to keep paying my rent. So I'm not telling him that. You're my brother, so I'm telling you. What are you gonna learn from that, brother man? About female nature, nigga. Hmm? Hmm? Why wouldn't you want to know shit like that? But you got dudes run, oh, don't be no female friend. See, you know why they tell you that? They tell you that because they want to sell you the dating tips. Join this membership, join our club so we could teach you about women. So we could teach you how to have sex whenever you want, how to get these women to drop their drawers. That's why they tell you don't get no female friends. Because if you get female friends, you don't need them. You don't need their service. You see? And as a businessman, your job is to do what? Remain in goddamn business. That's your job, to remain in business. So why would I tell these men to go have female friends if I'm a dating coach? I'm going to tell them not to have female friends because that's how you truly learn female nature. Not just you growing up with 3 sisters. You'll learn the basics, but you won't know the intricacies because you don't date your sister. Well, I hope you won't date your sister. You don't date your mama. You don't date your auntie. You don't date your female cousins. You don't sleep with your female cousins. So you're never gonna learn direct female nature from them. You're only gonna learn the basics, the basic shit, the good shit, the shit that you could just see. But we talk about direct interaction from you being on the outside, from you being a man on the outside, not you being related to this woman. See, that's different. Because now you're gonna hear some shit. See, you're not gonna hear this from your mom. You might not hear this. Now, I'm not sitting here saying you won't. I'm not sitting here saying you won't, because the women in my family, they spoke like this. Raw and uncut. And you grew up in that kind of family if when your mother homegirls came around, you had to leave. Go in your room, grown folks is talking. See, when you hear that shit, grown folks are talking. That's because they don't want you to hear some shit. They don't want you to pick up on some shit. Grown folks is talking. That's what that's about. But see, when you get you a nice set of female homegirls, y'all gonna be you gonna hear all that shit that they told you to get out the room that they was talking about. You gonna hear it from your female homegirls. You gonna hear it. You gonna hear it. You see? And that's having female friends versus being in the friend zone. You see? Being in the friend zone is you trying to get some and she ain't trying to give you none, but she still think you cool though. That's all that is. Shout out to the #1 grinder in the building. And let me tell y'all this too, before we wrap up today's show. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button and share the show. A lot of times too, a lot of you guys, y'all just automatically think y'all in the friend zone because a chick ain't give it up to y'all fast. That ain't true either. That don't mean she, she won't give you none because she said she like you and it ain't go down yet. It ain't like that, man. That don't mean you in the friend zone. Damn, I had her number for this amount of time and we still ain't. No, dog, you gotta talk. You gotta communicate. You see, this is why today's show this is what happens when men get bad dating advice. Because what it does is it gets dudes to start acting like robots. You start thinking, if you say this response is supposed to happen. If I do this, I'm supposed to get this reaction. It don't work like that, dog. You a human. You're a human. This is why I'm telling y'all got to get outside. Y'all got to actually date these women. Actually go out with them. Get to know them. Get off the Tinder shit. Get off Tinder and all of that shit. Go back to the old school way of doing things, the organic way, and meet women and talk to women. You see? Go back to that. Because it's making a lot of you dudes into robots. And it's messing up the way you think, which then messes up the way you see yourself. You see? And then you just become a cash cow, out of sheer ignorance. You just sitting here, giving up all your money and shit and losing yourself. And you start drowning over time. because you receiving all of this bad dating advice. Remember, it is what it is. Dating equates to sex. Understand what dating is. Dating is not a relationship. Okay? When they telling you they're a dating coach, they're teaching you how to get some ass. Okay? That's all they teaching you. They're teaching you tips and tricks so this woman could want to give you some ass. That's it. That has nothing to do with female nature, none of that shit. They just add all of that in there to sell you on the idea that you should give up your money. And to those brothers, keep doing your business. If brothers want to pay you for that, they can. They can. But to you brothers who listen to me, I know that the guys, you brothers who ask me to speak on relationships and shit, it's because y'all want a relationship. Y'all not looking for just a quick smash and dash, or a chick with benefits that you can hang out with and just smash and shit. No, y'all actually want a relationship. You see? So this is why I'm debunking this shit. There's nothing wrong with having female friends. That's how you learn female nature. That's how you learn. You see? That's how you learn. So shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. If y'all enjoyed today's show, don't hesitate to donate to the show. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV. It's Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where y'all can go. I appreciate all the support. If you haven't yet, hit that like button and share today's show. Shout out to everyone who hit the super chat. Shout out to everyone who donated via Cash App. I appreciate it. If you haven't yet, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And yes, I agree, my brother. Open your mouth constructively, being in charge of what you're saying. Facts. Facts. That's a fact, my brother. My brother said, I've left the room too many times. Plus, they knew I picked up on cues too quick. Exactly. 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 And women know guys who pick up on cues quickly is guys who've hung around women. See, you don't get to know women by fucking them. It's not how you get to know women. You get to know women outside of the bedroom. That's how you get to know them. That's how you get the full experience of a woman. That's how you get the full experience of her. You see? See, because what you get from a woman in the bedroom is you get her emotionally and sexually, spiritually and emotionally is what you're gonna get coming out when you're having sex with her. But the way she thinks, the way she process things, you're gonna get all of that, her nature, outside of the bedroom. And this is why it's good to have female friends. You see? And see, a woman could tell by how you talk if you've been around women, if you hung around women. A woman could tell if you had a lot of sex with a lot of different women based on how you speak. She can tell if you're comfortable around women based on how you speak. And a lot of you guys, the way y'all speak, Come on. Anybody can tell that you are not comfortable around women. You're not comfortable. And a lot of y'all are not comfortable because y'all been fed bad dating advice. Every interaction you have with a woman, you thinking with your dick. So this is why you showing up acting weird and goofy. And she looking at you like, yo, what's wrong with you? That's because you sitting there thinking about your dick. That's why. And not just letting things flow and just being just, you know, just enjoying yourself. But you taking this bad dating advice and it's messing up how you move. And these women can see it in your body language. They seeing how you talk. Oh, this dude is just thirsty. He think I'm just here to go on this date with him and we gonna just go get a room. How you think women are able to read that? Women are intuitive. They can read it. And it's because you're taking this advice, right? And what you're doing is you're not learning yourself. You just taking it and trying to implement it so you can get some quick sex because you think sex is going to validate you as a man. So you think if I go get some sex tips, then I'm a man now because I'm getting sex every day and I'm fucking on a regular. When as a man, you need to be trying to experience women and getting a full experience out of them because that teaches you something about her and it teaches you something about you and it teaches you something about life. So shout out to everybody. I appreciate everyone for tuning into today's show. Shout out to everyone who has donated once again. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share today's show, man. I appreciate y'all. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And fellas, remember, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. So this is why I've been debunking a lot of this stuff when it comes to these relationships, man. Because I want y'all to stop being misled. And I want y'all to stop misleading yourselves to a certain extent. Understand why these guys are here and what they're doing. You see? Because at the end of the day, it's just business. But if you want to let someone else's business affect your life, that's on you. And sometimes you guys may not see it, but this is why I say we our own agency. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Make sure y'all subscribe. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.